The sad story of Caesar's parents. The fall of human history in the Planet of the Apes universe is oftentimes one focused on Caesar, the legendary leader of this new civilization who freed the apes from human experimentation. But the fall of humankind and the rise of the apes would not have happened if not for what Caesar's parents went through. From abduction by humans to a type of experimentation that could drive anyone crazy. In this video, we will be looking at the real reason why Bright Eyes attacked the humans and the sad ending of Caesar's father. An ending that was initially removed from the movie, but we have brought it back. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. The story begins in 1997, when a tribe of wild chimpanzees lived quietly in the jungles of South Africa. This is where a tribe of chimpanzees was found, whose leader, known as Alpha, wore a birthmark on his arm. His significant other was a chimpanzee, later known as Bright Eyes. This is where the company Genesis Lab comes into the story. This was a biotech company in San Francisco that was working closely on creating a cure for Alzheimer's disease. This company captured or paid to capture animals around the world, to subject them to experiments and create cures for humans, something similar to what has happened in our own history. The CEO of this company is named Stephen Jacobs. The scientist leading the research was Will Rodman, but this company has a lot of influence in the world and was the cause of the collapse of human civilization. The tribe of apes is attacked by the men from this company. They are separated. Some apes lose their lives, and Bright Eyes makes a leap and falls into a trap. Many of the apes ran for their lives, but Bright Eyes' fate was different. Upon arriving at Genesis, she became an object of experimentation. Although it is not shown for how long she was held hostage by this company, we know it must have been a long time, as we see how the effects of the various drugs begin to take effect on her. According to Will, when the neurons began to regenerate after administering a drug called ALZ-113, the iris in the primate's eyes changed, hence the name Bright Eyes. She was not the only primate with which the drug was experimented, but she was the first to show very positive traits and an intelligence superior to the rest of the primates, managing to solve exercises at an incredible speed. This led Will to present these findings to the board of directors of Genesis. However, at the time, Bright Eyes was shown to be upset or ill. When the scientists approached her to check on her, she attacked them and escaped from the cell. While Will was talking about how beneficial this cure for Alzheimer's would be, his object of study was trying to escape, destroying everything in its path. Until finally, Bright Eyes broke one of the crystals and was stopped by one of the guards of the place. Bright Eyes became the first victim of the battle between humans and apes, although the humans did not know it at the time. The managers of the company, seeing this, feared that the apes had been contaminated, and it was ordered that they should be put to sleep. However, Will discovered the real reason why Bright Eyes was acting this way. When she was kidnapped, she was pregnant, expecting Alpha's child, and had given birth in the cell. She was simply protecting Caesar from what she knew was going to happen. When Bright Eyes began to escape and tried to break all the glass, it was not simply the behavior of a mother trying to defend her young. It was a sign of intelligence, because she knew that the humans of that company would also begin to experiment with Caesar, and that she had to protect him in some way. Will says that she was never an aggressive chimpanzee, and it is possible that the answer to why she acted this way is found later in a conversation between Caesar and Maurice. Maurice tells him that he had to pretend sometimes not to be so smart, because humans were cruel. Maurice hid from the owners of a circus where he worked that he could communicate with them with sign language. This leads me to think that it is possible that Bright Eyes also did the same thing. It is possible that she developed the same level of intellect as Caesar, and was able to communicate, but she was pregnant and feared what humans would do to her baby. It is possible that she was much more intelligent than Will thought, and she thought that perhaps her son Caesar was not going to hide how intelligent he was, and she should protect him. And what happened to Caesar's father? Alpha was the leader of the tribe, and on his arm, he had a mark, the same mark that Caesar and then his sons inherited. It is a mark that could also have the protagonist of the next film, Noah. This mark is like the surname of this family. Although the movie did not show what happened to Alpha, in a deleted scene, we could see an extended version of the scene where we see that Alpha gets shot from one of Bright Eye's kidnappers. This means that Bright Eyes was highly traumatized. Not only was she kidnapped from her home, but she saw the death of her partner and then was subjected to experiments for the rest of her life. The irony of this story is that in the future, it is humanity that would be hunted for experiments, and it all started because of her, by a mother who wanted to protect her child from the people who took her partner away from her. But although the story of Caesar's parents is a sad one, we can say that their legacy was inherited by their son. Caesar eventually became the alpha of his own tribe, and Caesar inherited his mother's intelligence, which eventually led the apes to escape their enslavement. In the end, Bright Eyes managed to save his son by hiding him, and Will was the one to find him. Now, in the kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, we can assume that the protagonist is not the alpha or leader of his tribe. And in the enemy tribe, the leader is Proximus Caesar. However, we can see on Noah's chest a mark similar to that of Alpha and Caesar. Also, Noah appears to show a new ability. In the movie trailer, we can hear him mention that he is having visions of things that have not happened.
When I sleep, I see strange things, not memories, new things. I see everything.
This could mean that Noah's brain is changing. Both the mark on his chest and the manifestation of his brain's abilities are a gift from Alpha and Bright Eyes. And I believe his story is meant to discover this, that like Caesar, he must assume his identity and save his tribe, becoming the Alpha. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Did you know the sad story of Caesar's parents and their influence on the future of the kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.